its provincial 2020 matric results announcement ceremony. Newzroom Africa's Nasiphi is there for us. Nasiphi, I can remember the time when the Western Cape used to top the log in terms of the best performing province. Gauteng kicked them off from the top, and they seem to be struggling to get back up there ever since.
Well, Kathy, the Minister, or rather MEC of Education in the province, Ms. Schäfer, will indeed be touching on that and the strides they've made, taking into account that in 2019 they were sitting at number 4 and have currently moved up. And we heard earlier on the Minister of Education saying millions of matriculants actually braved the 2020 academic year and very much satisfied, taking into account all the challenges, the twists and turns that the students, or the pupils rather, had to overcome. And we are joined by the Education MEC here in the province to talk to us about the numbers in the province. Before it used to be a battle up to number 1, and now we see Gauteng actually leading. How are you feeling about the outcomes of the results?
I think the Free State is leading and then Gauteng, but we obviously are pleased to have moved up 1 from 4 to 3. But that's never been our main goal, given to look at league tables. The really important thing for us is how many people we keep in the system. So what I'm really pleased about is that, first of all, we reduced in percentage the lowest in the country. So while the whole country had an average of 5.1% decrease, we had 2.4% decrease, which is the lowest in the country. So I'm pleased about that. I'm disappointed we didn't at least make the 80 mark, but 79.9 is just a bit too close. But anyway, it was, given the fact that we were had the lowest decrease, plus the fact that we had the highest retention rate in the country still, and it actually increased, which last year was really quite something, I think. I think we're satisfied with the results. It was a very difficult year. We're also extremely proud of our top achievers. And we've got one of the top districts. Our Metro North district is one of the top 10. We've got the top first and second place in mathematics again. We've got second place in quintile 3 schools and third place in quintile 5. And we had a special needs learner also who did phenomenally well. So I think overall, given what we went through last year, we're very happy. Once again, another indicator of quality is the bachelor's passes, and we have the highest percentage and number of bachelor's passes ever that we've ever had. So overall, I think, given what we had to go through last year, I can be quite happy with our performance.
Let's talk about the challenges that the province faced, or the province faced last year in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic. Some of the challenges and some of the things that you will be implementing that you learned from in the previous year.
I think one of the worst things really was the anxiety we had to deal with from everybody, parents, teachers, children. We all had it, and it was very difficult to try and persuade people that being in school with the protocols was the best thing to do, actually, because the effects on losing out on so much learning is going to be felt by our country for many years to come. So I think that was difficult, and we had to rely on the science, and obviously there's no real country that has a foolproof method, because everybody was hit by COVID at a similar time. So we were very reliant on our science experts to tell us. And I think this year it's easier in a sense because it's been proven that the measures we were advised to take have been effective in controlling the spread. I think also the alternating classes and so on that we've had to put into place, although not ideal, has also been mastered a bit better by our schools. And I think our teachers and principals have done a really good job in that. And I think the fact that we've done that over the last number of months is making it a little easier this year to start school. And also we've increased our e-portal, tried to actually make more resources available. We've also, our curriculum people have done lesson plans for the week to make it easier. And even people who don't have access to that data can get them printed at school and then take them home on the days they aren't at school. So those are the kinds of things we're looking at doing. Even our teacher development, our teacher training courses, we had 29,000 teachers logging online to our mediation for our adjusted teaching plans. And that is a huge thing for us too. I think it's also real testimony to the dedication and innovation of our staff in the Western Cape.
Thank you so much. That is the MEC of Education here in the province, talking about innovation, how they managed to work around COVID-19 and also increasing their bachelor passes for 2020, taking into account the challenging year that 2020 was with the pandemic that hit the shores of South Africa and also globally. Also saying that she is, satisfied with the numbers. However, she was hoping for a little bit more to reach the 80% mark.
Newzroom Africa's Nasiphi Same with the Western Cape Education MEC, Debbie Schäfer. Let's leave it there for tonight, Nasiphi. Thanks for that.